So one of the first labs that kind of made AI more open source and more accessible for a lot of users was DeepSeek. And recently they have just launched the deepseek-harness, which is an open source agent harness that's actually developed by the DeepSeek team, and it's available right now for everyone to use. It's also MIT licensed, so you can actually use this, customize this. And what's really interesting is how the deepseek-harness is made up, because unlike other harnesses, everything in this harness is a plugin. So if we take a look at their website, they mentioned that everything is a plugin, meaning every capability that you can think of in an agent harness can be plugged in. Think of it like that. So models, tools, skills, sessions, even sandboxes, storage, loop scheduling in the UI. And this is their approach to their agent harness. And that is because of the cordis architecture that they're using. There's actually a whole paper on this. So if you're interested, you can kind of take a look at this. But for today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to download the harness and run your own DeepSeek harness by yourself. But before we do that, just to give an understanding what exactly is a harness. So when we think of AI agents, there's two things that's happening. You have your standalone model, which is your LLM, plus a harness that you apply to that model, and that gives you an AI agent. So the harness actually gives the AI agent the ability to do real world tasks, and as they say, work in real world environments. And they kind of break it down pretty nicely over here. The model is going to be the soul of the agent. The harness lets the agent understand its environment, use the tools it needs to, and keep working in real world settings. So the way we want to think about the DeepSeek harness is that your soul is going to be also a plugin, the model you use, and any additional capabilities and tools and things like that you provide your agent is going to be the additional plugins that you're adding. As it says over here, the capabilities at plugins, you can include skills, which is something that we're probably all familiar with, sandboxes, storage loops, scheduling, and the UI. All of this is customizable. So if you're somebody that wants to build an AI agent and also wants that customizability, this is probably a harness that you should definitely check out. Now, one thing to remember, this is still in preview mode. So there could be changes, there could be things that break and everything like that. So keep that in mind, and they are transparent about that. And if you ever find a bug or if you ever find something that's not working properly, you can actually let the DeepSeek team know because they're working on obviously improving this platform. We already talked about the whole plugin system because of Cordis, but every run is also traceable. So everything the model sees is recorded. So you have a lot of visibility on every single run you actually take, what tool you use, what was the context, assistant, things like that. So there's a lot of visibility in this that you probably don't get in other agent harnesses. There's also multiple runtime modes. So you have the standard mode, which is the full coding agent. Then you have a code mode, all standard mode capabilities with additional tools exposed through the code mode SDK. So there's that. And then there's a minimal mode. And then there's also a creator mode, which is built for creating custom agent presets with all the standard mode capabilities plus runtime inspection, plugin experiments, and pre-authorizing guidance. And the way you would install this is pretty simple. You can start with installing Node.js. If you already have that installed, then launch the web UI. Or you can install from the source, clone the full source, and follow the setup instructions in the repository. So I'm going to copy this command. And if you want more idea on how to actually install this properly, there's also a development guide that I'll link in the comments. One thing you need to know is that make sure you have all the prerequisites listed here. And optionally, you might need a DeepSeek API key for the web and things like that. So make sure you guys have all the prerequisites at the bottom. But if it's your first time, you can follow this setup. And as I said, I'll put this in the comments for you guys to kind of follow along as well. But it's a pretty simple setup and it takes a couple of minutes. But once you have it ready to go, you can start working with it. So once you're done installing all the packages, you're going to open up the web UI to kind of set this up for the first time. So you can see it on screen right now. And this is going to be on a local host of your computer. So you're going to be using this to kind of add in your API key, whatever you need to do. But let's just continue with this. We'll press continue, add an API key to get started. So I got my API key from, obviously the DeepSeek platform. But if you're not sure how to get one, if you go to the platform.deepseek.com and then go to your API key section, take your API key, put it in. So I'm going to put in my API key right now. Then I'm going to continue. Then you can see it kind of looks pretty similar to many of the other platforms that we are kind of all used to, like Codex or even Claude Code. So the first thing you want to do is choose a workspace. So this is basically a folder. So I'll just open up a new folder. And I'll just call this deepseek-harness. Press create. And then I'll choose that. And then you have the standard mode over here. Then we have the PTC mode, which is different from what we saw. So this is all the standard mode capabilities with tools, but this is the coding mode that we saw in the screenshot earlier. And then you can see we have all of these options over here. Then we also have DeepSeek version for Flash and the Pro ones. Since I put in the API key for the DeepSeek models, I have access to both of those models. And then you can choose full access, read only, whatever. And this is your agent harness. And then if we click here, over here, we can see that we can select the model. We can enter plan mode. We can select the permissions, goal, feedback, export. All of these are options that you have with this. So why don't we throw a simple task at it, like ask it to make a basic website about apples just to see if everything is working properly or not. So it's done creating, but what I wanted to show you guys with this is the trajectory section, because this is the area that has, transparency about everything that has taken place. We can look at what the user said, which was, okay, make me a basic website about apples, the context, the assistance, the tools it used. And obviously, as more advanced work that you do, more important this section is going to become for you. But that's just a simple example. And if you're ever confused about what plugins you have already installed or you want to install more, if you go to the settings tabs over here, just click on that. There's obviously the general settings over here, but there's also plugins over here. And then if you go here, you can look at your plugin list. So all of these ones are pretty much installed when you actually, install all the packages for the first time. So you have a lot of ones here. Some of these are disabled. You can enable them after. But yeah, these are all of them installed. And as I said, you can install additional ones as well. There's a configuration file that you can play around with. But if we go into our model section over here, we've added DeepSeek because of our API key. But if you wanted to add like any other provider, so you have access to all of these. And remember, all of these models you can use over here. You have access to OpenAI. You have access to a bunch of models over here. And all of these models you can use in this harness. So keep that in mind. Then if you go to the agent presets, so right now we're using the built-in ones, but you can also create your own custom preset using the creator mode. So we're going to try that out. We're going to click on this and we'll describe what we want to build. So I want to create a custom deepseek-harness preset for making plugins, and I wanted to call it a plugin builder, and it should guide me through creating a plugin package, writing the cordis patch YML file that you will need whenever you're creating a new plugin, installing it, and things like that. So basically, I'm creating an agent that helps me create more plugins and add more features to this platform. So I'm going to press enter. So this is done creating, and basically you build a plugin builder for me. So going forward in the future, I can kind of just use this mode when I'm, in a new session if I'm ever building a plugin. But that was just a simple example of how to create a new setup. But if I go into my new chat, for example, a new session, right now they're on standard mode, but the plugin mode is now over here. You can see it walks you end to end through authorizing a deepseek-harness plugin package, creating the bundle, whatever the case is. So I made this for myself to make it easier. But if you guys want to try this platform out for yourself, if you want to try out the agent harness, I definitely recommend it. Just know that this is still in its early stages. This is still in developer mode. So there could be issues. There could be things that don't work. So whenever you're working with this, just keep that in mind. Just use it with a little bit of caution. I'll put a link in the description for the GitHub package, things like that. And let me know in the future if you want me to do a more detailed walkthrough about creating your own first plugin or things like that. I can definitely follow up with the video like that. But that's it for today. But that's it for today's video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Follow our new newsletter as well at universeofai.beehive.com. As well, subscribe to the main channel World of AI and support us on X by following the Universe of AIZ as well. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.